Hello guys, welcome back to Movie Reviews. We're discussing films as usual for the 17th season. Now, we are talking about two band films I've talked about band movies before on series 9. When I did the box of the band stuff I did. How many years ago? About 5 years ago? 6? That's a while. So we're returning to more band movies. And now we talk about two films from a genre that was popular in the very start of the 80s, really. So, yeah. We're talking about these Italian cannibal films. Yes. And these were banned in the UK, obviously, for various reasons, which I'll get into. So the first one we're talking about is Cannibal Holocaust from 1980. So this is a very notorious film. It's a found footage, well, partly found footage film, partly filmed film. And involves a group of filmmakers going to the jungle and, to check this tribe of cannibals out. But in doing so, they do some demeanors, of course, in performing, having sex in public in front of a tribe, slaughtering animals, which happened. A sea turtle, pig, tarantula, that sort of thing. And also the whole thing of the beheadings and stuff and everything else. But the more interesting thing was, people actually believe there's a real thing, like a real documentary, and that the director actually killed the people involved in it. It actually wasn't true, but he did sign a contract with the actors, of course, to stay low for a year, stay out of be off the radar, really. And it was that sort of thing, really. And bizarre. I'll just briefly go for this. So I've been interested about these band films since I got the box of the band stuff, really. So, what was banned in the UK, of course, looking at the film, about what other films are there, really. And obviously, you turn to attention to these Cannibal films, really, which are now released, actually. They released them on, was it Shameless Entertainment? You can get them as, Blu-rays, bright yellow cases and stuff. You can get them freaking HMV, you can. Jesus. One of them I did. One I got from a CX. I think it was going selling cheap. And so Cannibal Holocaust is more the notorious one, really. Again, for its history, its found footage. It's a film you need to have the stomach to watch for, really, especially for this animal cruelty stuff. And it's one of those things, really. I mean, how it opens is, you go to New York or San Francisco, whatever, American city, and and you got this person who's trying to discover what happened to these people who went over to in the Amazon to find this tribe, and they found the footage, and it carries on from the footage that was filmed, really, and it sort of cuts back here and there, really, to this projection room. And also I think towards the end it's sort of like I've solved an investigation and these people were killed, obviously, as the footage shows. And it's one of those them type of films. It's meant to shock people, really. And obviously I can see what it's banned for, really. And obviously the BBC lifted the ban, you can gain that readily available, strangely, now. I've seen a few reactions of it a few times, people reacting, and halfway through they stop watching because they can't stomach it, really. They watch they'll skip over again for copyright reasons, or just depends on the length, really, depends on the video. Afterwards they just say, they're done. So I can see why that, really. So it's one of those, it's, you're intrigued by it, but are you sort of into the mood to watch it? That's the thing. It's like with other films, really. It depends. And then we skip to the next year, which is 1981, which is Cannibal Ferox. So this is actually just a standard film, really. Italian cannibal film, really. Again, follows a group of people from America, really. Just depends in America, to go into this tribe, really. Again, to do like the report, that sort of thing. And and they just go in and they meet some guy who is a bit crazy, tells them stuff like that, gives one of them snuff and that sort of thing. And they cause a bit of chaos, cause a bit of a thing by shooting the tribes, sort of like nearly raping a few of them, actually. So and and also they caught, get dumped to the pit. They do like this giant mound of earth, all like that, and just just gain prison in there. They get in prison in a cage which is full of into like a bit of a reservoir nearby full of leeches. So they end up getting caught on there. One of them gets, well, the guy actually who was shitstorming the whole thing really, gets a table pole in his head on top around his skull, and he gets sliced off with a machete. And one of the cannibals started eating his brains. So there we go. One of the female characters ends up getting hooks on the nipples and gets hung. That's sort of the iconic image from this film, really. And yeah, and you've also none of them sort of make it alive really. Even though one of these young tribesmen tries to help, but it gets caught in the trap and gets impaled. There you go. Yeah, it's one of those. I do find it's more tolerable than Holocaust, I would say. Ferox is a bit more better from, out of the two, I would probably say Ferox is a bit more a better film, a bit more of a watchable film, really. In general, I like some of the score as well as like a sort of droney 80s stuff, really. Synthesized choir and stuff. That's pretty interesting. You can see. I think you can probably just watch listen on YouTube anyway. It's interesting, really. And yeah, it's one of those, I think you have to really move for, but it's more of a palette. It's a bit more acceptable with most of the others. Holocaust is a different beast entirely, really. And yeah, I'll probably say so. I did get this mention for you. I have it still, but it's still sealed actually. I still haven't, put it out of shrink wrap yet. I've got nothing else to say really about these films, really, but check them out at your own risk. Banned movies, now so you can actually get really available. Mostly everything's really available these days, I'll tell you, on physical media. It depends where you find them, really. Even in the UK. I mean, the UK, it's sort of gone soft, haven't they? So, thanks for watching this video. I've been talking about Cannibal Holocaust from 1980 and Cannibal Ferox from 1981. Thank you, guys.